this is just something I've been working toward for a really long time, but without even really knowing. I love to be able to sit here and see what's happening outside. I think it's just really about changing your mindset. Hi, I'm Kim. Welcome to my house, which I call Journey's End, and I've lived in this house for 5 years. Let's take a tour. Welcome to my kitchen. I'm really happy with this space. I'm not a huge cook, but I am a vegan, and so that definitely involves planning ahead. I chose not to get a microwave because I needed these 3 appliances, which I use frequently. I got used to not having the microwave pretty quickly. When I first moved here, there was a stove here, and I really thought it was taking up too much room. I, in my life, have never needed the use of 4 burners at one time. So I had the stove removed by a friend of mine, put a dishwasher in, and then I just have this 2-burner kind of hot plate, and then this pretty fancy toaster oven, which for me, the main requirement was that it be able to fit a lasagna pan. This island is great. There's actually a door on both sides, so things I don't use so much are on the far side, and then my mixing bowls and pots and pans are all right here. I like the view that I have of our big hill or small mountain here. Yeah, just I'm not lacking for any space here at all. All the food is here, the glassware is up there, and if I ever run out of cabinet space for some canned things maybe, I just store them in the refrigerator. So some of the things that I do to try to lead a zero-waste lifestyle, which I think are very easy to implement. First of all, I have this Berkey filter, and when just one person is using it, the filters last for 33 years. So it's a bit of an investment when you first buy it, but then there's nothing else that you need to get, and you don't have to worry about storing filters. I always use reusable cloth napkins that I can wash, so I don't even have to then store paper napkins. I just try to cut down on waste as much as I could and not be contributing to the landfill. And of course, I compost as well. I can either bring things to the county recycling, or we do have 2 good-sized compost bins right on our property here. So these 4 drawers leading up to the loft are all quite large, and I consider them a part of the kitchen as well because I mostly have kitchen-type things stored in there. I grew up in New Jersey and Colorado for the most part, and then I came back to the East Coast after college. And I've just always been interested in tiny houses. My mother said that when I was a toddler in my playpen, I used to ask to go in the playpen so that I could have all of my toys within arm's reach. I think that was just kind of, a premonition of what was to come. I remember when I was about 30, walking into a park model, which is what this house is, and I said to myself, this is the perfect size house for one person. But I didn't know that it would ever be possible to live in one full time, and now here I am. So I feel like this is just something I've been working toward for a really long time, but without even really knowing what I was working toward. So here's the bathroom. I think it's a good size. It's kind of like a small apartment size bathroom. It has very adequate storage, and one of the things I like the best is that I can leave this window shade open all the time because no one ever walks on this hill behind my house. This is my very good sized shower, even with a very small seat in it. Very easy to step in and out of. This house could come with a bathtub, but if you choose a bathtub, then you can't have a kind of pantry cabinet that I have on the other side of this. So for me, it was a no-brainer to get the extra pantry space and have this oversized shower. This is my stackable washer and dryer. Size is good for me. In the washing machine, I can fit a queen size comforter. I don't have anywhere in the house to put a hamper, so I just use the washing machine as a hamper, and that's been working really well. So this is my bedroom, which I really love. I think this is my favorite room in the house. I love the high ceilings. I do have a loft, but it doesn't extend over the bedroom. And this room came with so much storage. All I had to bring was a mattress. So there's 12 enormous drawers in the corners and then 4 underneath the bed. I have hanging wardrobes, and a lot of this drawer space is actually empty because I travel for a living, and when I leave town, I have a pet sitter stay here so they can very easily unpack all their things and I don't have to move anything. I don't use this desk anymore. I did it one time, but it's still good to have it here just to hold some things. So one thing I like about this bedroom is the builder, just without my really knowing, made this headboard for me. I thought it was just going to be plain, but they said they wanted to try something new, and I was really happy with the way that it came out. These reading lights are great, and then underneath the hanging wardrobe, there are outlets and a USB port on each side. Yeah, this room really has plenty of storage, and I just love the feel of it. So my house cost $70,000 5 years ago. That was my budget, and I was able to stay in it. It's approximately 399 square feet. That does not include the porch, and it does not include the loft. So with those two areas, it's closer to about 600 square feet. For people that would love to have this lifestyle, which I highly recommend because it's very stress-free. I think there's things that you could do in your current space to see if it might work for you. If you have a large house or even just a one-bedroom apartment, you could try living in just one room because that's pretty much what your house is going to be like. I think it's just really about changing your mindset, and you just have to immediately stop buying more things, or for anything that comes into the house, something has to go out. Up until just a couple of weeks ago, I had a kind of couch here, which was not that comfortable, so I decided to get rid of that, and now I have this super comfortable recliner, and that also allowed me to put the 2 counter chairs here because I didn't really want to take up the space for a separate table, although I do have this one that could flip up if necessary. And I do most of my work here. This is pretty much my desk now because I love to be able to sit here and see what's happening outside. When the weather is good, I always have this door open all day. This just feels like a much larger space. I have some storage in that cubby hole there. It goes up a bit because it's under the steps, so I have a small ladder in there. I have a loft, which I don't personally use. I try not to even use it for storage. There is a beanbag futon double bed up there if necessary, but my cat does love it up there. I would say the only thing that I don't like about the house is I don't think that it's insulated very well. When it gets to be below freezing, the mini splits don't work that great. They're not very efficient with the heat. So most mornings I need to use this space heater, but it heats things up pretty quickly. And yeah, I just like the way it looks as well. It looks like there's a bit of a flame burning, and it just makes things kind of cozy. I think the best thing about my house is this porch, and I love the fact that it already was on the house when it was delivered here. I didn't have to get it built separately. Put this couch out here a couple years ago. It's very comfortable. I sometimes do my workout here. My cat absolutely loves this porch. She's an indoor cat, but this is really like her kingdom. I travel for a living. I own a vegan international tour company, and I'm away about 4 months of the year, not all at the same time, but coming and going for 6 or 7 months of the year. This house is just perfect for that lifestyle. So thanks so much for looking at my house. I was really happy to be able to share it and inspire other people to live this lifestyle. If you are a vegan or veg curious traveler, please check out vegjauntsandjourneys.com, and I take people on small group tours to vegan-friendly destinations around the world.